Kia ora everybody, and welcome into another episode. Sorry about that. There will be no camera on tonight, unfortunately. I am very sick and I don't look the best, so apologies about that. But yeah, once again, I hope everybody has had a good week, and we'll just crack straight into it. So for the last week, we have been very successful here. We've only had one cancelled day, so that goes to show everybody that the weather conditions have been very nice here. Even the temperature as well. It's not as cold as it has been for the past month. So last Friday, the 11th, we went out for one tour, and Friday the 11th at 7:45 in the morning, we went out and we seen our semi-resident whale Mati Mati. We seen a humpback whale. Seen a large pod of dusky dolphins. We've seen the southern royal albatross, the shy mollymawk albatross, the black-browed mollymawk albatross, some Cape petrels, some Westland petrels, northern giant petrels, some fairy prions, white-fronted tern, and the blackback and red ball gulls. Then moving on to Saturday, the 12th of July, we had two tours for that day, and on that day we seen on the first tour at 10:30 a.m. was Mati Mati. We've seen two different individual humpback whales, seen a large pod of dusky dolphins, seen a northern royal albatross, a shy mollymawk albatross, a black-browed mollymawk albatross, northern giant petrel, white-fronted terns, and the blackback and red ball gulls. On that same day, on the 12th of July, the Saturday at 1:15 in the afternoon, we went back out, and this tour here was successful once again. We had an encounter with another one of our resident sperm whales, known as marama. We seen four different individual humpback whales, so that was a very impressive tour to be on. Seen a large pod of dusky dolphins, the shy mollymawk albatross, the black-browed mollymawk albatross, the northern giant petrels, and also the blackback and red ball gulls. And then Sunday, the 13th of July, we went back out and we had two tours on that day. The first tour was at 10:30, and on that tour we seen Mati Mati, we seen a humpback whale, we seen a large pod of dusky dolphins, we seen a Gibson's wandering albatross, the largest wingspan and bird in flight today, seen a northern royal albatross, a Cape petrel, and some Hudson shearwaters. Now with the Gibson's wandering albatross, we'll touch on that. They have an average wingspan of 3.5 metres, but the largest wingspan that was recorded from a Gibson's wandering albatross was 4.2 metres, and so that's the largest oceanic bird, largest wingspanned oceanic bird known today. The northern royal albatross, they still have a large wingspan of 3.5 metres, but those birds there are known as one of the heaviest oceanic birds, weighing up to a weight of about 12 kilograms. That afternoon at 1:15 on Sunday the 13th of July, we went back out again and had a successful tour. The tour in the afternoon at 1:15, we seen four different individual humpback whales. We also seen a large pod of dusky dolphins, northern royal albatross, the shy mollymawk albatross, some Cape petrels as well. Then moving on to Monday the 14th, we had two tours for this day. The first tour departed at 10:30 in the morning, and on that tour we seen marama, we seen a semi-resident whale being Mati Mati, seen a large pod of dusky dolphins, seen a Buller's mollymawk albatross, also a shy mollymawk albatross, and some Cape petrels. Then the afternoon tour, they had a very good tour this one, at 1:15 in the afternoon. they had 2 encounters with mati mati. They got to see the other semi-resident whale being marama. They got an encounter with the main man himself, Tiaki. They also got to see a humpback whale, a pod of dusky dolphins, some New Zealand fur seals, the Buller's shy mollymawk albatross, and also some Cape petrels. Moving on to Tuesday, the 15th of July. On that day, we had 2 tours go out. The first one being at 10:30 in the morning, and the first tour, they seen mati mati. They also came across a humpback whale. They came across a large pod of dusky dolphins. They got to see all 3 of the large albatross, being the Gibson's Wandering, the Southern Royal, and the Northern Royal albatross. They got to see the shy mollymawk albatross, the Selvins mollymawk albatross, some Cape petrels, Westland petrels, Northern giant petrels, some Buller's shearwaters, the spotted shag, and also the blackback and red ball gull. Then 1:15 in the afternoon on Tuesday the 15th of July, that was another successful tour, and on that tour they seen mati mati twice. They got to see marama as well. They got to see a humpback whale. They also got to see the Gibson's Wandering, the Southern Royal, and the Northern Royal albatross. Also a shy mollymawk albatross, and a Buller's and a Selvins mollymawk albatross, some Cape petrels, some Westland petrels, and the Northern giant petrels. Also some Hudson shearwaters, the white-fronted tern, the spotted shag, and the blackback and red ball gulls. So if you're actually a bird lover, that tour there sounds like it would have been one for you, especially viewing so many different species of seabirds. Now here in Kaikoura we get roughly about 75% of all oceanic seabird species, and on most days we get to see majority of them as well. Now moving on to Wednesday the 16th, unfortunately we had a bit of southerly come that day, so we cancelled. The sea wasn't in the best of conditions for us. But however, today, the 17th, we had 3 tours today. Now today was a very successful day. So first tour was this morning at 7:15, and on that tour they got to see Auraki, and I believe they got to see Marama and Lazarus, but Auraki and Marama were actually side by side once again. Now this photo here was taken last week when Marama and Auraki were side by side. One of our researchers captured this and they have shared it with me, so here I am showing everybody. Very lucky to see this, as it doesn't happen every day. As I said, the 7:15 tour, Auraki, Marama and Lazarus were our sperm whales sighted. They also got to see a humpback whale, a pod of dusky dolphins. They also got to see the Hector's dolphin as well, the Southern Royal albatross, the shy mollymawk albatross, the Hudson shearwaters, the fairy prions, white-fronted tern, and the blackback and red ball gull. For the 10:30 tour today, they had another successful tour, and on this tour they got 2 encounters with mati mati. They got to see Lazarus. They also got to see some Hector's dolphins. They got the Gibson's Wandering, the Southern Royal and the Northern Royal albatross. They also got to see the shy mollymawk albatross and also the Selvins mollymawk albatross. They also seen some Cape petrels, Northern giant petrels, some Buller's shearwaters, some Hutton shearwaters, and also some spotted shags. And then rounding up the last tour for today, they went back out and had another very successful tour. On this tour they got to see our semi-resident whale Lazarus. They had 2 encounters with Lazarus. They got to see mati mati. They also seen a pod of dusky dolphins. also seen quite a few Hector's dolphins, Southern Royal albatross, the Shy Mollymawk albatross, Selvin's Mollymawk albatross, the Cape petrels, Northern giant petrels, some Hudson shearwaters, some fairy prions, and also the blackback and red ball gull. Now I remember last week and a couple of weeks ago I was saying that I wanted to show you the difference between Lazarus and Aoraki. I was saying that their dorsal fins look very similar, so I managed to actually get a photo of both dorsal fins. So Aoraki, I'll bring up his photo first. Now as you can see here, he has got a different pattern. It sort of goes up here and then it blends in, then it goes to a high peak. So that's how we can identify Aoraki. But then if I go show you a photo of Lazarus, this is his dorsal fin. See how his dorsal fin's a bit different as well? It sort of bulges in, then comes out, and then it's got a slow incline all the way up to the top there. So that just goes to show you some of the ways that we identify some whales just by their physical features. So moving on to some weather conditions for the next few days. This is a screenshot that I've taken from Met Service. This is one of the forecasts that we look at to see what conditions are like around our area. And I can tell you right now that the next few days are looking very good for us. So today was just variable 10 knots and the conditions were perfect. Tomorrow it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day out there. Got 15 knots of northeast developing in the morning, but it shouldn't be too bad out there. Saturday is variable 10 knots. Sounds like perfect conditions, quite still. Sunday is 10 knots, turning southerly 15 knots. So yeah, bit of a cold breeze getting up in the afternoon on Sunday, but it shouldn't faze us too much. And then Monday, 15 knots of southerly. As I was saying, hopefully it's just not a big gust coming up or a big front, and we should be fine. Now, currently, about 4 months ago, I'd say, we actually got this made up for us, and I just want to show everybody. This here is telling us what the sea conditions are actually looking like. So as you can see for tomorrow, the 18th of July 2025, this here is like sea conditions. So over here, this is all inshore. And then this column here, this is all offshore. So it says 99% and it's green. When it's green and 99%, that is telling us that the sea conditions are great and we should be sailing. So 7:15 in the morning looks great. 8:30, 10:30, these are all the tour schedules that we have. And then we've even got it to the 19th, which is on Saturday. Now, as you can see, there's a bit of orange here. What the orange means is it will be a bit bumpy out there, but there's still a 64% chance that we will be 64% chance that we will be going to those areas. Now, as I was saying, this is very hard to explain, but this is inshore and this is offshore. If the whales are inshore, we don't need to worry about that. We only need to worry about this part here. And that's telling us that it's really good conditions to be inshore. However, if the whales are offshore and we do have to go out there, this will tell us that the conditions will be 64%. So it's basically saying there will be a bit of a bump out there, but it is still doable. It's when it goes right down to about 10 to 20% and it's red, that tells us like, it's not going to be great out there, so it's safer if we stay inshore and make sure we don't get everybody sick. So this here is what our staff members look at to give more information to our customers of what the conditions are like. And throughout the week, when I do these presentations online, I will actually take a screenshot each day and I will show you, just to show you what the conditions are like for the next few days. As you can see, I've got the 18th of July and the 19th of July, so it's given us a 2 days warning of what the sea conditions are like. So once again, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I didn't have the camera on because I am sick and I don't look the greatest. So I just thought I'd keep it off, keep this nice, short and sharp. But hopefully next week we're feeling a bit better and I can be a bit more enthusiastic, I should say. Apart from that, guys, I'd like to thank everybody that tuned in. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Don't forget, if you have any questions about these, leave a comment. We read our comments daily and we do get back to you as soon as we can. We'll see you next week, 6 p.m. on next Thursday. Have a great weekend and take care. Kia ora.